Ooh. I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Just the insta feels. Yes. Yes. Bioshock me.
What?
Nothing. And this plane was taken down by an orca.
Fucker just jumped right up there.
My favorite thing, so, because you heard about the killer whales that were like sinking the ships and shit
Tad.
like that. Oh, there he is.
Tad.
Tad. Welcome, Tad. We were just talking about you, Tad.
Aly said bad things.
Never. I would never.
She's like, what the fuck is that fucking...
I was like, Todd. But you heard about the
Oh yeah, the orca's taking down the yachts.
So they put out some studies that they were like, oh, well, we've proved that it's just they're curious and being playful. And I'm like, nah, man, nah.
Nah. They're not playing around.
I'm a bitch. I'm an orca. Sinking yachts off Majorca. I'm a sinner. I'm a whale. I'ma hit you with my tail.
Oh my god. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna put it a little bright. There we go.
That's my song about orcas sinking boats.
Amazing. Difficulty, we'll go easy.
Yeah. It's easy, I have found, is good for...
Yes, that's why they call it easy.
What?
I said we're gonna pick easy, and you go, it's easy, and I was like, yeah, that's why they call it easy.
Is that what I said? I don't even remember what I just
the
fucking
first two
said.
words you said were, it's easy, and I was like, yeah.
No, I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say it's... Oh, I was going to say something, and then I said something else.
Son,
remember the days when you could smoke on airplanes?
Right?
I do.
You were born
I
to
wasn't
do
old
great
enough to smoke
things.
then, so I missed that window by a long shot.
Actually, no, the first
what?
time I flew was 99,
right.
so they probably had smoking banned by that
By
point.
then,
Yeah. Sound effects.
Fucking killer whales.
Good.
I haven't decided where I want to put it yet.
Wait, put
But
what?
I want a tattoo.
Oh, I was
that
like, put what? What
says,
are we talking about?
Would you kindly?
Yes.
Somewhere.
That'd be awesome.
I haven't decided where, but just because these games hold such a fucking special
Right?
place in mi corazon.
I think after Metal Gear Solid, Bioshock was like the first game that I was like ever got like obsessed with.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those games that has like the perfect. Oh, it looks so good.
I know.
It's one of those games that has like the perfect balance of dialogue and story and combat.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like we've played, Death Stranding, 90% dialogue,
Right.
5%, gameplay, and 5% like everything else.
Yeah. And another thing that I really like about this franchise is that it is very linear.
Right. Yes.
You're
There's
not
no- you
like,
don't have to
do I go this
grind.
way? Do I go that way? Do I do this?
Right.
Do I do that? Like it's very, you go. Look at that. It's beautiful. And for how fucking old this game is.
Right.
I know they remastered
I was like,
it.
this is the remaster.
I know, but still,
Yeah.
like they remastered it, but it didn't take away from like the original, but it's also
Right.
beautifuler.
How's your thalassophobia, Aly?
I don't like it.
Okay, can we go inside
Let's
now?
go outside. The cockles of my heart are so warm and happy right now. No gods or kings, only man. A man that thinks he's a god and a
Right.
king. Did I mention that I'm happy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
A couple times.
Okay.
Fish.
I'm happy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you gotta go down into the...
I'm remembering
the submarine that they don't call a submarine. I forget what they call it.
Science, industry. Technology.
Deny, depose, de-witness. Fuck, I don't remember what it is. What character are you thinking of getting a tattoo of? No character, just the phrase, the would you kindly phrase. But I want it to be in like a really, like I want
Tramp
it to be
stamp.
in a cool, yeah, I want it on my lower
Right
back.
above your butt.
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly, you know, wink, wink.
I absolutely will never, ever put it there.
Ah, come on.
Oh, God. No, I want it to be in like a super cool font, and it's just going to say, would you kindly, with an ellipsis and then a question mark.
Nice.
It's going to be very
My
ambiguous.
vote's still tramp stamp.
I really hope you put a not along with that tramp stamp. Yeah, would you kindly not?
Would you kindly back away
Would you
from...
kindly get the fuck away from that hole? From the desk of Ryan.
No, that's when you gotta get the tattoo that says exit only.
Yeah,
If you're going back. I knew a girl once, so it was like, I thought it was gonna be like a girl that I was gonna end up like dating or whatever, but oh wait. So good.
Look at it.
But anyways, in the tramp stamp area, she actually had the word tramp, and it looked like a stamp.
No.
And it was even like slightly tilted. And I was just like, ugh.
Emailed and faxed.
Right?
There was a girl that had a tramp stamp, and it said EST period, so established, and then it had a year. I'm assuming it was her birth year. And I can't remember who it was with, but they saw it and they were like, oh my god, she doesn't even know what year she was born. And I was like, what are you talking about? And he was like, EST, doesn't that stand for estimated? I was like, what?
No.
Estimated 1988. I think that's when he was born.
No.
No.
It's not.
That's
No.
not it at all. Flow into the city. Also, why don't we have underwater cities yet? It's 2024.
We can't even get underwater subs.
We can't get
Right.
underwater.
We've got rich people that are just like, I'm gonna go in this aluminum tube and then get turned into a
we're
paste.
gonna cut corners on every safety feature and not assume that this is gonna go horribly wrong. Talk about Rapture, Jesus.
What's that really good controller brand the kids like?
Oh my god,
Mad
I
Cats?
forgot about that. I forgot.
Let's get the really cool one that's clear that has the lights in it, because those always work.
Because they're so pretty. Yes. Oh, the psychos.
Ugh.
Oh my god. Do you have subtitles on? You gotta put the subtitles on.
I will. What?
Because you catch some of the creepy ass shit that they say. Yeah. Yeah.
It's so weird going from the Switch to this,
Yeah.
and like the accept and back buttons
It's
are
all
opposite.
backwards, yeah.
See, like right there, I was just like,
Ooh. Got him.
wait, did I actually turn them on? Hold on.
I thought you did. Sometimes it takes time for it like won't pop up.
Dialogues. Okay, so it is on. Okay. We good. I was like, I thought there was dialogue when he was like cutting him up. No, there's no subtitles.
No, sometimes after you turn them on, it just takes like a scene to
Oh.
get going. Because I had that same problem.
God, I remember playing this
I'm
first
just
scene.
trying to let you out.
I remember playing this first scene just being fucking terrified. I'm like, do I have to go out there with that thing?
Right? And you do. You absolutely do. We can't even get people to live in a biodome. In fact, there was a Pauly Shore movie about it. I remember. There it is. See?
Okay.
Would you kindly pick up that shortwave radio?
Pauly Shore.
And that's another thing about it's psychologically that mind fuck is there. Mm-hmm. Because it's the would you kindly sort of like reverse psychology that gets you.
Yeah.
I won't reveal the twist, but fuck, y'all should know by now.
Right? I'm like, it came out like 2007.
Yeah. But there is that aspect of it as well. And it's really funny because I used to work with a girl who that was her phrase. Whenever she needed a favor, she'd be like, "Would you kindly?" And I'm like, "No, I won't." You're a nice person, Ashley, but I can't. And if I remember correctly, she was familiar with the games, and that was why she had started saying it, and then it just became like a regular part of her lexicon, if you will. And I was like, "That's fucking cool." I'll wrap you in a sheet.
It's so creepy.
Fucking cool. This is one of the few. Whoop! There we are. Oh, but you can't fight yet.
Nope. I'm gonna get the wrench.
Oh yeah, the ever-present wrench. Splicers. That's what they're called.
Splicers,
Yeah. Would you kindly find a crowbar? This is one of the.
Adjust your pipes.
One of the few video games that, like, on the spooky side of things, that I can play by myself.
Yeah.
And not, like, get too spooked out.
That's not nice.
Excuse me, I'm down here. There we go.
Sir, do you have a leak?
You have a leak.
In your head.
Oh.
Mm.
And all of the, like, oh yeah, garbage chips.
Garbage chips. We don't need any, but.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to open that until you get the shocky plasmid.
Know, that's right.
Gotta go up the stairs.
It's only been like 15 years since I played this game. Fuck.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, all the the tape recorders that you find.
Yeah. I have a little replica of that thing, the injector thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I was messing with like the little plunger
there
part
of
the little plunger
there
part of the signal.
What? Sorry, I was
okay.
getting really
It's okay.
excited.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna throw myself off the balcony. This hurts so much. I'm sure I'll feel better when I launch myself off the second floor.
Right.
He is dead, Jim.
This little fish looks like he just had his cherry popped.
Oh my.
Wonder if he's still got some Adam on him.
Oh yeah, the Atom.
Mm-hmm.
God, I really fucking wish that they would make a movie
Right.
that is. I say that with the horrendous fiasco that Borderlands was deep in the
it would need
sadness.
to. It would have to have a good team.
Yes, and that's why I really want Gore Verbinski to fucking do it.
Right. Plus, like, it would have to be, for me to be happy with it, it would have to be an origin movie.
I want it to be true to the game.
Right.
That is what I want.
Because, like, you talk about so many characters, like, I want to know about those characters before all this happened.
Right. Yeah. And so I want all of the lore, but I don't want them to go like, oh, we're going to take liberties and we're going to change this and, you know,
Right,
and we're going to embellish and we're going to go, maybe this guy did this thing. No. I want you to take what we know and give me something beautifully cinematic. But I want it to be true to the video games. And you never get that when they do like game to theatrics. Mm-hmm. Which is why I don't think it should happen, but I want it to happen. And I want it to happen the way I want it to happen.
Right. So basically, let Aly make the movie.
Let me make the movie. Yeah, actually. Just let me. Let me do it. Let me play all the characters, because you're not going to fight.
Right. Evan Peters could probably do a good Andrew Ryan. Right? He'd be like, I could look past it. Yep. Wham! Oh, how'd you get out of that? It's the thuggish, ruggish bone. Sorry.
Hit my mic. Win the lottery once or twice and make it yourself. Yeah,
Right?
sure. I'm trying. And when I say I'm trying, I mean I haven't ever played the lottery. I want it to just happen. Please, please, don't do that.
Bye!
I just wanted some company.
Sir.
Oh, I missed.
So good.
Listen, I've got a family. I need to get them out
I've got a boner for your accent.
Woof.
Fuck your family. I'll be your new family.
Fuck your family. Fuck your family.
Fuck your family. Fuck your family.
baby. I know you must feel like the unluckiest man in the world right now, but you're the only hope I'll ever see my wife and child again. Go to Neptune's bounty.
I was like, fuck your wife and child. I'll be your wife and child.
I am your wife and child. Simultaneously.
It's
When
weird.
your daddy is in the ground. My daddy was just talking to me, so there.
Oh, this part was, I want to go back and grab this first.
Yeah. They just did such a good job at making it creepy but interesting enough that you can get past the creep
Right?
to like really deep dive into it.
Why aren't you here? Why is it today and not then when you were warm and sweet?
Oh,
She's so good.
right?
Hold you to her breast and feel your teeth. Oh no. No, 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 no.
And the voice acting's fucking spot
Right.
on. I genuinely don't know who these people are, but they... Oh, that's right. It's the gun.
It's a gun.
Plasma's changed.
But they did not have to go as hard for us as they did.
Oh, right, yeah.
I
no.
honestly feel like this whole franchise is... I mean, I've never met anybody that didn't like it, but I still feel like it's really underrated.
Mm-hmm.
The whole city went to hell.
Because it's also one of those where it's like, no matter how much lore you get, there are still so many aspects of like, okay, but what the fuck?
Right?
And I know I would never survive, but I just want to live in this universe.
Right? And eat trash can chips.
I would be a splicer for sure. Because I'm fucking crazy. It's also very steampunk driven,
Oh, yeah.
which I love.
Totally. I feel like I missed something back here. I very much didn't explore. Whoa.
Whoa.
What was that?
There's something across from you. No. There. On the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Doll hairs! And a first aid kit. Bro, the first aid kit.
Wait, what?
Next to it. Right
Oh,
there.
shit. My bad.
Gotta pay attention to the glowies. And the masks. Shut up, Todd.
Yep.
Yeah,
You got her.
yeah, you got me. Yeah, actually. This is probably another one where they actually do kind of get me a bit.
Like those old-timey
Woo!
masks.
I just love fucking creepy shit, man. That's what it is. Masks with villainy behind them. That's what gets me.
Careful now. Would you kindly lower that weapon for a minute?
little sister.
Mm.
If you've never felt the urge to roundhouse kick a child in the face, there it is.
Right.
Don't be fooled.
Oh yeah, I always have very, very vivid memories of this scene. Because you're stuck on the other side and
Yep.
the Big Daddy comes through here.
Watching it happen.
Yeah.
Right and wrong on the surface. Well, that don't count for much down in Rapture.
It's great how, like, covertly fucked up these games are.
Oh, yeah.
The genetic material.
Because it really is, like,
The Rapture turning. Everybody wants it.
if this were, like, a horror film, you'd be like, wow, this is some seriously fucked up shit.
Uh-huh.
And she's like, I fucking got you.
Bonk. Oh, you
He
done
said,
fucked up.
excuse me. And that's what my little brothers would do to you if you fucked with me. Just
Oh, hi.
ultra death. Look at his fucking face. And that's why I think Verbinski would be so great to do these movies. Because you would need it to almost be... You can break the chain. But you would need it to almost be campy as far as like gore and stuff is concerned. Otherwise it would be way too much.
Right, yeah.
Like with the violence and everything.
Mm-hmm. What is this? This is different.
This is different. Director's commentary. Play it now or view it from the... Commentary contains in-depth discussion of plot details, including the ending. First-time players may wish to complete the game before viewing. Fuck it, play it. I want to see.
Hey, I'm Jeff Keighley here in Boston.
I love
to
you.
go behind the scenes to hear some untold stories about the making of Bioshock.
We won't do this every time. I was
Right,
just
no.
curious.
Yeah, because this wasn't in the original.
Not at all. This isn't even on my remastered.
No?
Or maybe it is, and I just haven't played
Maybe
it
you
for a
just-
while, or I just didn't. I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
skipped it?
Maybe. Imagining Bioshock making Rapture real. I love this so much.
The
Right.
theme and setting of Bioshock, Rapture. I think a lot of people, when they played the game for the first time, they wondered, how did you even dream up this place?
Absolutely.
And I know you said publicly before that
I just noticed the little sister thing in the background.
what led
Yeah.
you to Rapture was this idea of fully simulating a place. Tell us about that sort of idea and the frustrations you had with other games where you sort of hit a bound.
I think our philosophy was always to do what we were doing 100% rather than
I forgot
try to
Ken
do
Levine
something
made
bigger
System Shock.
and do it 50%
God
or
damn it.
40%.
You what?
One of
Forgot
the
Ken
ideas
Levine
of,
made
you know, and
System
this
Shock
came
too.
from System
Oh, yeah.
Shock 2 as well, where you focus on an area that you can really bring to life and you kind of eliminate the questions of, well, why can't I go over the bridge to New Jersey? So we were able to really make a place, I think, that felt believable and real, even though in actuality it was really quite limited. But we just sort of dressed it with all these buildings outside that were all, were all basically glorified fakes. Let the story drive what we needed to show rather than some kind of like...
Yeah, I will say the first time going in the bathysphere, I was just like, I'm going to go to all of these places?
Right?
And then you're like, no.
No.
Just kidding.
By deck. Because I don't know what the philosophy felt a little different.
The guy on the
We
far
wanted
right
to
looks
look
like the
real
Temu version of
spaceship that
Matthew
was- that
Lillard
was sort of
from the
set.
side.
Yeah, yeah.
Rapture was free to sprawl across the ocean floor.
Although you guys originally, John, were talking about doing this game on a sort of spaceship again, right?
Yeah, when we first started talking about what the spiritual successor to System Shock 2 was going to be, Spaceship came up.
Oh, that's
but
Sean
again,
Ross. I've
you know,
never
we wanted
actually
a
seen
limited
his
environment.
face.
We didn't necessarily want to do Spaceship again. And our first actual exploration of this space was underwater, but ultimately ended up looking like a spaceship. It just happened to have a couple of seaweed fronds outside. And that's
So it's really all you gotta do is make the outside a little wavy and
Right.
you're underwater.
And you're solid.
to make this look different and what rules we were going to set for the world. How at every turn we were going to try to remind the player that they were in fact underwater and that this wasn't a spaceship.
And how, like, underwater, we obviously know you did underwater, then sitting in the sky, like, where did you come with the idea of, like, doing this underwater?
I think there was probably a conversation. It's like, well, what kind of places could be cut off from other places?
Yeah.
It's like, well, spaceship, summer camp, like
A summer camp?
Summer camp.
Way to ensure that children will never want to go to summer camp in their lives.
Right.
should be able to go over that bridge to New Jersey.
I don't want to apply some deep and meaningful conversation. I think it was one of those ideas that you just kind of say, and then everybody's, that sounds cool. Let's try that. Let's go for it.
And I think it lended itself to having very nice views out the window without having to build an insane amount of unique assets.
Right.
By today's standards, we still were a small team back then, and there's an expectation that because you're underwater, the view distances are going to be short, so you can really kind of fade out into the fog at a short distance and not have the
Domino's is in the
expectation
door of
that
my
why
house.
can't I see forever. So there's a lot of
I'm sorry.
limitations
While we're
we
watching this,
put
I'm ordering
on ourselves by being
And we're
underwater, as opposed
quietly
to, like,
complaining
if you're
about
on
the
a
fact that
cruise ship, then
Domino's
you'd
is not
expect to see
delivering.
across the water, and we'd have to deal with that. Same thing with an island.
I
or
literally
a
live less than 3 miles away.
Exactly.
Which was a lot more
Lazy
complicated.
fuckers.
So you came up with the idea of let's do this underwater, let's do this sort of isolated place. Then you had to answer the question of, why would someone build this? Is that sort of how it worked, sort of order of operations? You then had to come up with a story to explain?
Yeah, I think we wanted a very believable reason why they'd be there. And sort of the necessary isolation of the place sort of led to, well, what kind of person would want to do this? And I wasn't even particularly aware of the sort of political implications.
I want a
of what I was
life-size
reading,
little
but I've been
sister.
reading, I had read The Fountainhead.
Right? That'd
Which
be
is
cool.
the weirdest thing I've ever said out loud.
Story, like I didn't realize that people were sort of basing their sort of political
I'm adverse to
lives
children,
around
but I would put one of those in my fucking apartment.
to that stuff at that point. And
If anybody
so,
ever
but
tried to
I loved
rob
it.
me, they would think twice the second
Right?
they
They'd just
opened
be
the
like,
door. I'd put that shit
what?
right in front of my door.
See a video game character.
3D print me a little sister. I will take all those boxes that are just sitting in my doorway out instantly.
It just seemed like a natural kind of thing to apply to this place, and so it just sort of all came together as a sort of who is the guy who would do this? Well, that character.
He said that
amalgamation
character.
characters
That guy.
from Ayn Rand's books and Ayn Rand herself, this sort of idealistic person who says, well, the only way to do this is to separate from the rest of the world.
There was actually
That led to Andrew Ryan.
quite a collective of people that
I'm here to ask you a question.
picked up
Is a man not entitled to the sweat
Ayn Rand
of his brow?
to
Oh, I'm sure,
read
yeah.
it after playing this game
Right?
Belongs to the poor.
because it's just so
No,
heavily
the man in
based,
the Vatican, it belongs to God.
which is also cool. If there's a video game that can get people reading, that's fucking rad.
Yeah, seriously.
We knew from a technical standpoint that we wanted isolation. We also knew to sell it, we needed a
Okay, we got Pisha.
compelling story,
Cool.
a backstory.
Okay, we
Why
can
would
we
this
can move
place
on from
exist?
this.
Otherwise, how are we
Okay.
gonna-
It's cool. It's really, really cool.
Right, yeah.
And I will go back and see if that's a feature that I have.
It could be that you just skipped right past
It could be. It could be that I
'Cause
didn't
it's literally
even...
just like a little hidden thing.
Yeah.
Like, you would think they would put that in, like, the menu or something. Like, we want people to see this.
I mean, it probably is there, too. I think, because it did say that you could go back and rewatch them, which
Oh, yeah.
is probably
I think you
something...
have to discover it first, though. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. And it very well could be that I just didn't bother with it, or I don't know. But yeah, that's really neat. I do like that a lot.
Oh, he's terribly funny, but his wife...
Is he?
I always thought it was weird that sometimes, like, when you kill them and they fall, like, the frame rate of their fall is kind of, like, choppy. 'Cause even in the
Do you think
remaster,
that
it's
they
like that.
do that on purpose, though? Because it adds to the kind of, you know? Yeah, I couldn't think of a word to use. So I went with,
It's like, I killed this character, but it just didn't seem, I don't
wasn't,
know, it was missing something.
enough.
Like, can we make him just go, Like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah. A little oomph, a little,
Like, hey, Ken Levine, can we add, in there?
Yeah, sure. How do you
That sounds
spell
good.
that? I don't know, just, That reminds me of that text post where it's like talking about God creating snakes. And he's like talking to the angels about like, oh, we'll make it this and make it that. And then the angel's like, okay, but how does it move? And then it's like in asterisks, God does a little shimmy.
Just a little
And the angel just looks at me, he's like, you know, like shimmy.
shimmy in there.
It's not as funny if you're not looking at the post, because then you can really visualize it. But it's funny. Speaking of text posts that I found recently that I find entertaining. Oh yeah.
Whoa. Can you not?
I asked the produce guy if I could try a grape, and he said he wouldn't care if I lit the store on fire with him in it.
Oh yeah.
Woo!
Ah, I'm getting whacked and burned.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
You guys
Use
just
your
chill?
wrench. She's right in front of you, man. Just use your wrench.
I gotta change.
It's trusty.
Ugh.
Bird face.
The bird face reminded me of Link's fucking gliding armor thing.
Yeah.
Oh god, okay, that's fire. Okay.
And the sound effects, that hollow sound of you smacking him with the wrench too. So solid.
Ugh. Oof.
What are you waiting for? Go!
I'm going, fuck.
Don't yell at me. You're
very
stressing
nervous.
me out.
Back here.
I don't do well when I'm being yelled at.
Are there toilet chips?
Toilet chips, toilet bandages.
Okay. Gotta get used to a whole new control scheme. Oh.
Nope.
Oh, Christ! You're trapped!
Oh, Christ.
Try to override the exit from here!
Okay, well, we'll override the exit in just a minute. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll so tell him, or whatever he was saying. Okay, BRB.